Hello all, welcome back. This tutorial is all about discussing how to create your own virtual device. So virtual device is basically for running your application. So if you don't have access to the physical device, you can create a virtual device and you can test your application on the virtual device. So one of the limitation in Android is open source. Hence, it is free to use. Many vendors such as Samsung, LG, MI, Motorola, many mobile phone manufacturing companies use Android, and depending on their requirement, they customize Android and they ship it on their phone. So, as a developer, you will never have access to each and every device which supports Android, and it becomes a hefty task to run this application on a physical device. That's why testing your application on emulator always a very good job to do, so that you can get to know how your application gets rendered on different devices having different screen size configuration. So without wasting much time, we will dive deep into the process of how we can create emulator, that I mean to say is a virtual device, and how you can use that virtual device to test your application. So in the toolbar, you can, let me take a magnifier so that it will be very clear to you. In the toolbar, you can go to tools, and then you can click on AVD manager, or else sorry, in the toolbar, or else in the toolbar on the right side, there is a short small icon you should be finding here for creating the AVD manager. Yes, of course, this is the icon for invoking the AVD manager. Let me go with this. Once you click that, you should be able to see this kind of screen. You can create virtual devices, phone, tablets, wearable devices, TV, Android Auto, and the Internet of Things. Many other things also you can do, but we are focused on creating virtual device for handheld mobile phones. So I will click on create a virtual device. So here I am asked to select the configuration of the device which I want to create a virtual device. Let me go with the Pixel 3a. Okay. Here you can do some other hardware or software configuration. On the left hand side, you can see you have a TV, you have phone, you have Wear OS, you have tablet, and automotive. So you can create different Android emulators for testing Android application on range of these devices. These are the category of devices you can see on the left hand side. So I'm going forward with a Pixel 3a, and you can there is no okay. So we shall ignore the advanced option, new hardware profile, and the hardware import hardware profiles. This is not of any significance for us for now. We will not concentrate on these things for now. So click on next. So here you will be asked to select one of the device system image. So as we have installed Android very freshly, I don't have any system images. So what I will do is I'll go ahead and download one or two of these system images, so that my device will be installed with any of these system images. So very first step while creating the Android virtual device is to select which device we want to run, and after selecting the device, we need to select which operating system, which version of the operating system of the Android we need to run on this device. So as you are very much aware about different versions of the Android, it started with alpha, beta, cupcake, donut, eclairs, so and so, ice cream sandwich, nougat, Oreo, pie, QR. Different versions of the Android has been in the market. So we will go with the latest one, Android R, and I will click on download. So it will ask us to download this file. I will go up with accepting the license, and click on next. It may take quite a while depending on speed of your computer, depending on speed of the internet you are connected to. So it might take somewhere between 1 to 10 minutes, depending on the configuration of the computer and the internet. The file which we are trying to download is almost 1.1 GB. That's why always while working with the Android, we should have a good internet speed. So once it's now it is finished the downloading, it is checking for the existing file, or it is doing some background task. It might take another 4 or 5 minutes. So it has started unzipping the file which has been downloaded now. So my system image Android version R got downloaded. It is successfully installed. Then we can click on finish. So you can see now the R version of the Android has been downloaded, and we can use this version of Android. And additionally, you can feel free to download additional versions of the Android Q, Pi, Oreo, or Nougat depending on the application requirement. I'm going ahead with the one which is very latest. So here, once you select the device on which you want to run your application, that is what we have selected is a Pixel 3a, and then we have chosen the operating system of the device, that is Android R that we have downloaded, and you got to give the name for this Android device. You can give I'll give recto page or any other device. It depends on the application which you are building. If you want to name this virtual device name as the name of the application, then that is also fine. So you can choose your own naming convention, and here you can select the startup orientation. Once the device starts on your screen, what can be the orientation if after displaying on the screen, that also you can select. So in the advanced settings, you can even play around with the camera configuration, network configuration, and you can even play around with what is the internal storage of the device, or what is the RAM size of the device, and all of this. So but remember one thing here, like if you change these numbers, this virtual device whichever you are creating will take space, memory, and the computation power from your own system. So it is always better to go with the default settings, because these default settings are always configured depending on the best performance considering your computer. So we will go ahead and click finish. Right now I am able to see one virtual device we have created right now. Name of the virtual device is recto-page, and it is having some resolution, and the API level is 30, Android 10.0, and it supports the Google Play APIs, and currently it is having a 513 MB disk space. That is how much memory it is utilizing on my my internal storage device. So I will go ahead, and what I'll do is I'll click this play button. This should start the emulator. So let me switch back to Android Studio. Few processes will take place in the background. Once these processes in the background completes, I should be able to see the emulator on my screen. Now you can see this emulator is started on my screen. This is on this emulator we can run our application. So it will take some time, because this is the first time we are running the emulator. It needs to initialize many variables internally, and it has to set up all its properties in the background. So this is about how to create a virtual device, or you can call it as an emulator. And one more thing we need to demonstrate in this video is to how we can see the application on this device. So our emulator is started now. We are good to install our application on this emulator. So what we shall do is we shall click on this green color button. For the better visibility, what I'll do is I'll just resize my window so that I can accommodate both the emulator and the Android Studio on the same page. Okay, so I have my emulator here. Emulator. On the right hand side I have my device. So I'll click on this green button so that we'll be able to see the actual output on the screen. And the bottom of the Android emulator, you can see some background tasks that are being executed, and you need to wait for all these tasks to complete. Typically, Gradle building will take somewhere between 1 to 10 minutes, depending on the configuration of your computer. Unless and until this loading task is not finished, the app will not be installed on your device. So, without a good configuration computer, it is very difficult to build for Android. Yes, we are on the first page of our first Android application. This is how you install Android Studio, and this is how you create emulator, and this is how you run your first application on the emulator. Thank you. See you all in the next video. I will discuss how to install Flutter on Android Studio and how to run a Flutter application.